Welcome to Tone Wars Sunday night. It is Sunday night.
It's Sunday night.
I'm Carrie. That's Jarrod. We're here.
We're here. You sound pretty low energy.
We have both been sick. He's...
Oh, we just got emergency alerts.
Emergency alert system.
Severe thunderstorm
warning is in effect until 7:45. Okie dokie.
All right.
This is your
we are live.
Local warning. I know. Well, that was fun.
Yeah. Oh, I wonder if my new grill gazebo is going to blow away because I haven't weighed it down yet.
Ooh. You might want to go.
I might have to go put in a screw.
End the show a little bit.
Yep. We'll have to see what's going on. Yeah, my house, did it say high winds or anything?
Yeah, 70 to 80 miles per hour.
Really? Oh, that thing's definitely going to blow away then. Nope. Oh my God. When's it going to be here?
What's that? Oh, that's us.
15 minutes.
Huh?
It's going to be here within 15 minutes.
Well.
Oh boy.
So, live on the spot here.
I put up
play the guitar.
I put up a little grill gazebo, and it's for my smoker, so I can, smoke food in the rain and stuff. And I did not drill it into the, the deck yet because I'm like, I'll do that later. And I think now is the time I need to go do that. 70, 80 mile an hour winds.
There's only 14 people right now, so.
All right, give me just a few minutes.
Let us. You gotta end it, and I'm not gonna sit here for half an hour. No.
What am I gonna do, man?
That would be the dumbest thing in the world to have me just sitting here for.
Well, they'll ask you questions.
There's 14 people here, and there's only like 3 comments already.
Okay.
It's not gonna happen. No. You can come back.
You want me to end the stream for a minute?
Yes, and then I'll help you take care of the stuff, and then we can come back.
Okay, let me just pause the stream, and we will be right back. I have to do this, or else my stuff's going to blow away. So,
alert system.
Yeah, just give me a minute here. Sorry, guys. Hang on one. Now I can hear. That's why I used the in-ears, because I had us muted. There we go. Now we're back.
There it is. Well, that's fun. Yeah, we had like 2 minutes of sprinkling, and then it just...
I'm out there just getting dumped. Thank God I have an umbrella. But yeah, that was fun. Good time. Sorry about that. Just got the weather alert, and I'm like, 70 mile an hour winds.
I knew the rain was coming, but I didn't remember... When the National Weather Service sends an alert to your phone.
Yeah, I knew that gazebo wouldn't last. It would fly off the deck.
Yeah.
I had a feeling, and now I got raindrops all over my glasses, so I can't freaking see.
I could wipe it off, right? Sure.
It might smear it, but
Probably.
We'll see. Teamwork.
Teamwork. There's only like 1 drop there.
Well, there was a couple. I'm picky.
Wait. It was a hair. Okay.
Thank you. Yeah, we're
good. Where were we?
There were we.
I was sick, then he got sick, and now there's a storm, and here we are.
Yeah, we've both been sick. I'm on. I'm all hopped up on prednisone and.
It's been pretty intense.
Yeah, I got this shot yesterday, the old butt shot, and that spun me up pretty good. Couldn't sleep. Took me a while to get to sleep, but I finally did. And then today I took another one about an hour ago, and I'm on the antibiotics and everything, so I'm a little hopped up right now. Yeah, I don't do well on those, man. They make me pretty aggressive, so I got to be careful. Watch, we lose power after this, and I'll have to bring the freaking generator out. And
if we lose power, I'm sorry. We'll see you next Sunday.
Yeah, exactly.
Put him through that.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. And then I'll do it, but I'm not going to come back on because I'll be drenched.
Drenched in blood.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's say hi.
Yeah, let's do that.
Thanks for hanging out for a second there.
Yeah, sorry again. Just one of those last minute emergencies.
We have Flux here first. Go Tone Wars, excited about the Savage Mark.
You're muted.
I am not muted. I don't even have a mic on.
No wonder. I'm like, where's your mic?
I have a mic on.
Man, we're a mess. Yeah, I'm looking over here. I'm like, why don't I hear anything from you?
It's like that time I tried to do a show without my microphone.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Okay. Oh, and then I forgot I broke it
Yeah,
last
it's
week.
broke, so you got to figure that one out.
Oh, well, no big
Oh
deal.
boy.
We're a mess today.
You can clip that one on you. I
Yeah.
don't know if that's gonna.
Got it. Put this in here, like so. Put it like so. There. I'll just keep it on the
that'll
outside
work.
this week.
All right, that'll work.
All right, there I am. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you much
Can you
better
hear me
now.
now?
Can I hear
All
you?
right, from Flux, Tone Wars, excited about the Savage Mark II through the EVO. Is
Yeah.
it just EVO?
EVO.
EVO. All
Yep.
right. So glad I reacquired my Savage Mark II. Channel 4 is the best metal channel of any amp head ever, in my humble opinion.
It's definitely one of them for me. There's days I'll say it's the best, and there's days I'll say it's top 3, but it's definitely one of the best metal channels out there. Channel 4 is money. Love it.
Dean Harkness is here.
What's up, Dean?
Iron Game says, hey, Tone Wars crew, it's formerly Steve-O. Iron Game.
Wow. What's up,
was
Steve-O?
Steve-O. Ben Burnett, interesting thoughts on the state of YouTube guitar videos. I recently went through 3 major creators and found that there was Game Changer in at least 60% of the titles.
Oh, it's crazy, man. I'm doing a part 2 of that video tomorrow because he responded to my video, and so stay tuned for that. I was about to give some stuff away, but stay tuned for that. Yeah, it'll be an interesting video because I'm gonna, the thing is it gave me a little more reason to kind of think about what I've been doing and everything, and I started thinking about some things, and I'll share those things with you guys tomorrow. But it's pretty shocking, the stuff that I came up with when I started looking at my own analytics, and I'm like, wait a minute. So just wait till tomorrow till you see that, because there's going to be some pretty revealing things in there. And I'm also going to address all the clowns and the haters that said some certain things, and I'm going to start calling people out because I want to do like a once and for all kind of let's just get this crap over with.
He's
kind
going
of
to let
video.
the steroids talk for a little bit.
I am. I'm going to be pretty hopped up tomorrow because I'll be on my 3rd pill, 3rd or 4th, when I shoot this, and I don't know. I'm just going to embrace the crazy for a minute there.
Oh boy.
I won't go as crazy as I did that one time, though, so don't worry.
Steve Shaheen is here. He's
Hey.
we better go grab our stuff.
Yeah.
Bye, Sacha Trucci. What's shaking, kids? Hope life is treating everyone well.
What's happening? What's going on, you guys? Good to see you. Yeah, go get your stuff, Steve. Don't let it blow away.
CM079, take care of it. Just had our home sewage ceramic pipes break up.
Oh, God, that's got to be awful.
He's thankful for mitigation services, but dollar signs, dollar bills, dollar
Yeah,
bills.
dollar
Yeah.
bills. Man, sorry to hear that, dude.
Mike Nash made a big pedal board for a client. Might as well just shoot spray paint all over a pallet. Oh, actually.
That's actually a good idea. Here's your pedal board.
Yeah.
Have fun with that.
Ben-
And your GPS.
Ben Burnett, Jarrod, you should go fix the gazebo. Yep, sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
Pellet smokers are the digital recreations of real wood smokers.
Well, I'll tell you what, we had some amazing freaking chuck roast today off of my
It was. You
my
did a
pellet
great job
smoker.
on that.
Thank you. It was so good. Yeah, super tender too. It was like pullable. It was so tender. And yeah, we put the barbecue sauce on it and freaking went ham. It was great.
Went beef.
Yeah, we went beef on it.
Vince Salutari says, hey.
Hey,
How's
Vince.
everybody doing?
Good to see you, man.
Flux is here. We already said
Hey, what's
that.
up, Flux?
Let's see. It's going to be... Oh, Dean was saying the storm is going to be where he is after midnight.
Oh, boy. It's a big one, man.
PA says, those amps aren't blowing away anywhere. All is good. Right.
Yeah.
We're down here.
We're safe
fine.
down here, hopefully. Watch something come crashing through. Really?
Joshua Garrett, hey-o.
Hey, yo.
Darren McMillan, good to see everybody.
Hey, good to see you, man.
Yeah, I know. I was quiet because I didn't have I did that at a show, our first show, my first show with you. I started in our band Rain as a backup singer initially, and I was over the moon that I had just had kids, like I had a toddler and a baby, and I was just ready to start getting back out, you know, and doing the things that I love. And Jarrod's like, yeah, I got a project, come sing backups. You know, I've got a big concert coming up and we want to have like this choir feel to it. And
I remember that.
I was so excited and anxious and amped up and ready to go. And I did not have a microphone. I got on stage and I'm like,
where's my mic?
no mic.
What happened? Where was it?
I don't even remember. I ended up with it. It must have just been in a holder somewhere.
God.
But I was like, it was time to sing. I didn't have a microphone.
Where's the vocals?
Something's missing.
That was funny. Well, it's funny now.
Funny now.
At
Then
the time,
he probably
it was...
thought I was dumb as a box of rocks.
No. Stuff happens. It was a nice swamp ass moment. That's what it was. Instant
You could have seen
swamp
my
ass.
face. Anyway. Let's see. Who else? Dean Harkness is teasing me. Matt Stewart. Hello, Matt Stewart.
Hey, Matt, what's happening?
Steve-O says my hair looks good. You're a little curly.
I told you.
Well, thanks.
I told you. She came over and I was like, "What'd you do?" And she goes, "Actually, nothing." I'm like,
Right. This is natural curls.
Be lazy more often.
I know. I usually have to round brush it to get it straight, but
Yeah. Looks good.
it's gonna be rainy here today. I thought I'd just go with the frizz.
Yeah.
But thank you. I appreciate it.
It's pretty. It's not frizzy. It's just kind of half curly, I guess you want to call it.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Vince Vegas, what's up?
Hey, what's up, man?
Salimbergia, ever since Ola reached out about his channel, his output of videos has gone up tenfold.
No, that's good, man. Well, it's just wait till you see my video tomorrow about the whole saga.
What does that mean? Since he reached out about his channel, what was wrong with his channel?
Well, he reached out about a couple weeks ago and was talking about how views are down and what do you guys want, me to do different, and that was a very humble thing for him to do, and I get it. I mean, yeah, we all struggle, and that the thing is what's nice about being on YouTube is, unlike Hollywood or the places out there, the TV stations and stuff, they can't really ask their audience. I guess they could-ish, but what we can do is we can
polls.
Yeah, like exactly, or ticket sales. But what we do is we have a direct contact with you guys, and it's like, well, hey, what do you want different? I mean, we are here for you. We are here for us as well. We want to do stuff that we like to do, but we also want it to be entertaining and worthwhile for you guys too. So I'm always about taking in suggestions and stuff. As long as I can make it happen, I'm happy to do it.
And they're respectful.
Yeah, like, But, yeah, well, tomorrow's video will be pretty enlightening because that'll be interesting. But anyways, but at the end of the day, we're all here to try to have a good time and give you guys what you want without stepping outside of who we are, if that makes sense. So, but yeah, I got some ideas coming up, and I'll explain all that tomorrow. But I got a lot of notes to take too for tomorrow's video. But I'm going to shoot it first thing in the morning. I'm going to skip the gym tomorrow and just shoot this video and get it done. Yeah. So, yeah, can't wait.
Kevin, your video on best delay setting for solos is awesome.
Oh, thank you. That's actually my #1 video. Yeah, it's got over 100,000, I think.
That's amazing.
Now. Yeah.
Good job.
Thank you. Yeah. And you know what's funny is this is what it's like as a YouTuber. It really is. When I was shooting that video, I came down here. I remember I was sitting like over in here. This is where I had the studio at the time where I used to sit. Remember that? We used to be up here. And I was like, I can't believe I'm actually going to do this video. I'm probably going to get a bunch of people saying, duh. Thanks, Captain Obvious. Or it was just one of those videos where I thought no one's going to get anything out of this. But I'm like, well, I'm already here. I'm set up. I already have everything ready to go. I'm just going to do it and see what happens. And, man, the views just climbed and climbed. All these great comments. And I'm just like, I'm either super out of touch or I don't know what to
feel like
think.
the people that are going to come to a channel like this are either going to be niche people like you that love the same gear as you,
Yeah.
or they're noobs, kindergartners that don't know anything, and they're literally looking for you to tell them what to do. Maybe you should do some more, like treat it like kindergarten for guitars.
Well, she means that in a respectful way, by the way. But I also think, though, that there's a lot of us that have been doing it a while, but we're also wanting to learn some new tricks. I mean, there's shit that I didn't learn for years, and all of a sudden I stumbled across something, and I'm like, wait a minute. You mean I need to do this to get this to, oh my God, why didn't I think of that? But it's just these weird aha moments. I mean, I didn't learn about how to use an overdrive pedal until like the early 2000s. Before that, I was using, compressors because that's what I was taught when I was a kid. So every time I put an overdrive pedal in my chain, along with the compressor that was there, not knowing that I'm not supposed to do that, I was like, this is a big sloppy mess. Why would people use these? But I wasn't thinking like, turn off the compressor, dumbass, So I always avoided overdrive pedals. And then one day I bought a Mesa Boogie dual rec Roadster. And I was like, this thing is so flubby and I'm just not getting what I need out of it. And I went on YouTube and I watched an Andy Timmons video where he had this, I forget the name of the pedal, but I ended up going out and buying it. And it fixed all my problems. And I'm like, oh my God, because I wasn't using a compressor anymore. And I used that and I'm like, I'm sold on overdrives. So it's just stuff like that you do, and you have no idea how many people you're helping by doing that. Even if you think it's simple, it's not. There's a lot of people that haven't thought of it, and you were one of those at one point. And so all I do here is just share things that I learn as I learn them, and hopefully people get something out of it. I mean, that's pretty much it.
Jim Simmons, Jarrod, I just modified my older PV Viper with a switch and output jack so I could run it into my Marshall 4x12, and it sounds great with the high gain amp models.
Oh, nice, man. That's awesome. Congrats.
Tom F is waiting on a new ToneX pack from you.
Oh, which one?
I don't know.
ToneX pack.
Yeah, put it in there.
Which one is it? And email me so I can get that out to you. Did I forget to send you something? If I did, I'm sorry. My website's supposed to automatically let you download it. It should send you a download link. But if something got screwed up, I'll be happy to send it to you. So just email me. My email is in the description of the video.
CM079 got a killer Cali and PV6505 module the day sewage went up.
Oh, the sewage?
Silver linings, Baja, both really good. That killer Cali is something else.
Yeah, he had the sewage pipe problem.
Oh, yes. I was like, did our cell have a sewage? Yeah.
No, congrats, man. That is that is literally the best module they've ever made. I'm so freaking sold on that. That one's great. I got to borrow it, but Synergy has reached out to me. They loved my video, and they were like, hey, like your video. Let's work together. So they reached out to me and asked me what I would like, and so I'm working on some, modules from them because they do have some upcoming releases that I want to do for them as well. And I really started enjoying the Synergy stuff again. I played it years ago. I used to be a big advocate of it. I still am, but then I started getting into all the amps and stuff, and I was like, all right, I just kind of switched gears, but then going back to the Synergy stuff again, I was like, why have I stepped away from this? Because really it's about the power amp. So I paired it with this KSR PA50, and oh my God, I thought it sounded absolutely incredible, And tonight I'm using the EVO from Redseven, which I also think is freaking incredible. And by the way, I don't know if I told you, but Motor City Guitar is going to be a dealer for Redseven.
Oh, really?
Starting very soon. I was talking to Luca via Facebook Messenger, and he was like, hey, would you think that Motor City would be interested in carrying our stuff? I'm like, I'll check. And Marty's a great dude, and he's very open-minded, and he likes working with smaller companies because they're great people. And I brought it up to Marty. He's like, yeah, let's talk. And him and Luca worked out something, and he made a pretty good order from them. And we're going to have the EVOs. I'm telling you, the EVOs are... If you're a guitar player, you should get the EVO, and you'll hear it tonight how great it sounds. I mean, I've played all kinds of those.
I mean,
You love it.
I am so happy. It's noise control.
Yeah.
I don't have to wear my in-ears, and yeah.
She loves it because now I can play my amps and have that same sound and feel, I always have on the channel, and I don't have to make all the noise. Now, don't worry, I'll still be playing my cabinets from time to time, but I love the EVO. I think it sounds incredible, you know, so I have no problem playing through that on the channel, and the hype is real on that. And
It's real.
And it literally saves relationships. I'm not kidding you.
It's so true.
I'm not kidding you, because there's nights we come down here and she has a noise issue. She hates loud, continuous noises. And there's times where she can put up with it, and there's times where she's like, I'll be like, yeah, I'm going to go with the amp tonight. She'll be like,
done.
Okay. You know, there's times where she can handle it, but with this, I have no problem making the compromise. If she's like, hey, can we do something quiet tonight? I'll be like, yep, I'll fire up the EVO. And it's not even a compromise.
Yeah.
I look forward to it.
Yeah.
You know, so if
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. So if you do a lot of home recording like a lot of people do now, you don't have to have the loud amps and cabs in the room. You can have your loud amp, run it through the EVO. Even their stock presets are money. Run it through that with your own IRs or theirs. It's going to sound and feel amazing. You could practice like that with some studio monitors. You don't need a load box because it handles the load from the amp. You could do that live on stage. I mean, just there's nothing to not like about the EVO. I absolutely love
You
that
hear the
product.
thunder? Can
No.
you? Oh, you have your in-ears. It is loud.
Is it?
The thunder
It's
is
blowing
loud.
out there?
Dean Harkness, a while ago, he was like, dude, did the lights just flicker? And
They
yes,
did.
they did.
Yeah,
And they sure did.
yeah.
It might be fun. You're
Let's
gonna
see.
look.
Oh boy, it's coming down. I got my Ring doorbell camera on. Yeah, it's coming down.
Let's see. We already said hi to Visachatrucci. Vince Vegas is here. Like the day the music died, but like today's sewage went up. Yeah. Mark Kinney. Hey, everyone. It's been raining all day long in Silver Hill, Alabama.
What's going on, Mark? Good to see you, man.
Kevin says, yep, I've been playing 45 years, but now I love delay.
Oh, delay is awesome. I love it too. If you set it up right, it's freaking amazing. If you haven't watched that video yet, please give it a watch, because it's very informative. And I know I'm saying about my own video, but a lot of people really dug that video. So
Tom F, no waiting for you to post it, man. Need more. So he's not, just wants you to do more of them. You're not, he didn't miss sending it to him. He just wants you to do new ones.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you for clarifying that. Yeah, thank you. Oh, I'll be doing more. I've had a lot going on. I'm doing some beta testing for some products and all that kind of stuff, which I'll also talk about tomorrow. I can't say what the products are, but I'll be talking about that tomorrow as well. So,
PA says better than the Uber shawl? Question mark.
Oh, the module? Yeah, I liked the Uber shawl. In fact, I want to revisit that one. I think I still have that. I want to revisit that. I liked it when I had it, and I thought it was really good, but there's just something really perfect about the Fortin. And I'll say this too, as somebody who has had this back and forth with Fortin stuff. I did not like the Evil Pumpkin amp. I'd like to, check that out again. I did play the Meshuggah amp on the channel, but we found out that there was something wrong with it after I released the video. So that one had an issue. It didn't sound as full as I wanted it to, and he found out there was something wrong, and he got it fixed. So I want to revisit that. But some of his pedals and stuff I've tried, and it was okay. But just kind of back and forth. And I honestly thought, like when I got the Fortin Killer Cali, I'm like, I hope I like this, because if I don't, I'm gonna have to say, here it is. For those who like the Fortin stuff, this is what it sounds like, and that's my way of saying I don't really like this. But that thing sounded incredible. And I plugged it in and hit a couple of my chords that I always hit and riffed around, and I'm like, dude, this thing's awesome. And I literally just hit record, and I'm like, let's go. I was inspired, and I wanted to play it. And so that first few chords you saw me play in the first mix was literally me spending probably tops 5 minutes with it before I even hit record. And I was like, I had a recordable and performance ready tone with it, and it was just incredible. So go get that. If you play hard rock or metal or whatever, if you don't like that, I don't know what to tell you. It's just so perfectly made.
Mike Nash says, not to repeat myself ad nauseum, but the KSR PA50 is all that's missing from my final rig setup. Between its 3 kinds of available tubes and the ToneX, it's an endless amp collection with the best of digital and tube worlds.
It's such a great unit. In fact, if you got the scratch, get the PA100. I kind of wish I had that now.
Sorry.
It's all right. We're both kind of a little sick today.
Still getting over it, yeah. Flux says he's moving into a larger studio this coming week. Expanded my KHE system to run 16 total amp heads.
Hell yeah.
With effects and 4 cabs running 2 cabs at once.
There you go.
Thanks again for showing us how great KHE switchers are.
My pleasure, man. I love my KHEs, man. I could not do what I do on this channel without the KHE amp switchers. I would be so screwed.
Jim Simmons, Jarrod, if Motor City ever gets an older PV Viper 30 or 75 watt, maybe they could let you try it at home and you could temporarily hook it up to your Mesa 2x12. I would love to hear your opinion on it.
If we get one in there, I'd be happy to do that. We've gotten some backstage choruses. We've gotten, man, did we get a Viper? Is that the one with the black and red? Let me know, because we got in an old PV amp on trade the other day, and I had to test it just to make sure it worked. I thought it was kind of interesting. I can't remember which one it was though, but yeah, it was a combo amp. But I wouldn't mind trying out some stuff. That's you, okay?
Yeah, I just screenshotted it.
Oh.
Vince Vegas, CMO. Oh, he's talking to somebody else. Sorry. Salem Bergia, I know if the lights go out, we'll see you next Sunday. Correct.
Yeah, that's right.
If the power goes out, we're done.
We're done.
CM079. There's something about the touch and feel of the Killer Cali. A ton of tonal options. I run mine through 2 4x12s and a Sin 50 6L6.
There you go. Yeah, I mean, that unit it almost plays itself. It's so good. You plug into it and you're not struggling to get what you want out of it. And for the guys who don't like to use boost pedals, that's one amp that you kind of don't need one with. I mean, I would use the boost pedal for just leads if I was one of those guys, and then I'd turn it off for rhythms because that is tight. But for me, I like that feel that you get with the boost pedal, that response, and I back the gain down a little bit and turn up the bass a hair, and I just get what I need out of it for both, you know, rhythm and leads with it. But I mean, it's just such a killer module. So they're sending me that, hopefully. I'm really hoping they are. Excuse me. Oh, man.
Fun times.
Yeah.
Well, we've caught up. Do you want to play something?
Yeah, I do, so I can cough my way through a song.
Right.
I haven't played this one in a while, so this ought to be interesting. So, yeah, just give me a second here. I got to turn everything on, mute the mic. So, here we go. There we go. There's 3 for you.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very inspirational, Jarrod.
Thank you. You know, and I honestly feel like you're hearing what you would normally hear anyways, because I'm using my IRs of the cab I usually use. Yeah. So it's the same thing, you know.
I don't notice anything.
Came out amazing.
Amazing.
Now I just got a tune. I'm way out of tune here on one of these strings.
Vince Vegas, hello. He loves the Savage.
Thank you. I love it too, man.
Brian Mama, what is the fastest amp you've played?
Fastest?
The fastest? You mean how fast? Don't your fingers make you fast?
Well, I thought I was tuning the wrong thing here. So the fastest, well, a lot of times when people refer to that, they're wondering about like the fastest attack. You know, it's got a lot of, it's just quick. I would say that the Fortin Killer Kelly that I played the other day was super fast and articulate. I would say the Savages, when you boost it, definitely the EVH Stout. The Redseven Leviathan Channel 2 is really like tight and aggressive. That's another really good one, with or without a boost. That one on Channel 2 is amazing. So I would say those, You know, the Revv stuff is nice and fast as well. It's just thicker. I love the Revv for a lot of reasons, and one of them is just how beefy it is. That thing's like a bulldozer in a mix. It just plows right through. Just a beefy ass amp. I love it. So, but the fast articulate ones would be ones I mentioned earlier. They're about as fast as you can get, you know, as far as attack goes.
CMO79 says, sounds great, Jarrod. Don't forget to thumbs up, y'all.
Yeah, thank you. And please, yeah, thank you so much. And do that, please. It definitely helps the algorithm.
Absolutely.
You know, all the help I can get.
Sylvania says, hello from Aruba.
Hey, what's up, man? Good to see you.
Aruba, Jamaica.
Ooh, I want to take you.
Iron Game, maybe a comparison between the Mesa 212 with 2 mics and the EVO in the future?
Yeah, I could probably do that. Absolutely.
Jim Simmons, Jarrod, the Savage sounds great. What overdrive are you using with it?
Thank you. I'm using the Mud Killer tonight, which I didn't know if I was going to do, but it's actually working for me. So I'm like, all right, Mud Killer it is.
Dean Harkness says, Jarrod, are you using your wireless? I don't want you to end up like that cat on Christmas vacation.
Oh, yeah. Yes, I am. It's all wireless tonight. That would suck.
That would be funny, though.
Yeah, maybe for you guys.
Make for good TV. Mario says it's sick.
Thank you.
Mario
Yeah.
Trejo. Jim Simmons, Jarrod, you are the Tone Lord.
The Tone Lord. Thank you.
Let's see.
You're too kind.
Flex says, love how the Savage Mark II Channel 4 really cuts through a mix. Jarrod, you are a master of the Savage. Nice work.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I have the contour on, and I have the presence at 3 o'clock exactly. So when you have the contour on, it bumps the mids, so you want to have a little more presence to cut through. But if you're going to have the contour off, you want the presence down. And it just sounds incredible.
Let's see, Vox Pathfinder. I just fixed my friend's 1995 VHT Pitbull 5011.
Oh, nice, man.
He says 5012 converted to a head. He's selling it. Anyone interested? Marty 5.
Oh my God.
Where have you been,
Where have
sir?
you been? Holy crap.
He says, hello, great people of the Tone Wars. Daylight savings kicked in here.
Good for you, man.
He says the
it's been a
set
while.
design looks great.
Thank you. Yeah, always making changes here.
Yeah, absolutely. My face changed too. I got these peepers in my
Yeah,
face
she's
now.
got the glasses on.
I can't read anymore. Can't see the little words.
Good to see you, man. I miss seeing you in the chat, man. That's awesome.
Absolutely. Welcome back.
Yeah.
All right, we are caught up again.
Well, what else do I have here? Oh, I can do some hoverboard blues.
Oh yeah, that sounds good.
I was rehearsing that a little bit earlier. Let me switch guitars and do that. It's nice to be able to get up and walk normally again after 7 months.
Oh yeah, he was having some issues with his what? What was it?
My Achilles tendons, both of them, had horrible bursitis. And it was caused by the wrong shoes. Who knew? So I switched shoes, and to heal it, I had to put lifts in my shoes for the ankles to get them up about an inch. And within 4 days, it all went away. And I can actually get up and walk normal now. I don't have all that horrible pain. I was in severe pain every time I walked for like the first probably 10 minutes of a walk. I was in so much pain. It was excruciating. And for several months, almost a year, I felt it, and it was just awful. Yeah, when I got up in the morning, I had to walk sideways down my stairs, and I'm like, what is wrong with me? Wrong shoes. As much as I love those Hey Dudes, I can't wear them anymore. I can wear them part-time, but not all the time. They ruin my Achilles heel, or tendons, or whatever.
Marty 5 says, I know the feeling. Set glasses to stun. Right. Brian Mama Engl Savage, or what's that? F-A-C-E? Feci?
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I don't know what that is, Brian Mama Engl Savage.
F-E-S-E. You'll have to expand on that a little bit. I'm not sure what you're saying. Sorry.
Salem Bergia, do you think all of these modified Marshall pedals that are coming out are worth the money. John from Sonic Studios just reviewed one the other day.
I saw that. I'm not sure. I'll have to check into that. I know Motor City has a bunch of them. Maybe I can take a couple home and review them for you guys. I'm happy to do that. I'll check them out for sure. I know the modified Marshall amps that are coming out are going to be interesting. I've never played one, obviously, but those might be cool. And of course, the Friedman Jose is going to be amazing. Those are already sold. The first batch is gone, you know. So we'll see, you know.
Let's see. Where did I leave off? Jarrod from Flux. Jarrod, are you using any attenuation with the EVO tonight?
No. Nope. It's definitely something you can use, but I don't have that part of it hooked up anyways. I gotta do that yet, but it has a 50% attenuation on it, which some people are like, oh, I wish it had more steps. Well, the funny thing is, a lot of times that people, like even with the aux box, which I still have, it's not hooked up anymore. I'm gonna sell it, but a lot of people are like, well, at least that has more steps. And I'm always like, yeah, but then you get past step 1 and 2, and then everybody says the same thing. Yeah, now your amp sounds funny. So, you know, the thing is with the EVO is it's built by an amp builder, so he knows what you want. And anytime you're going to attenuate an amp, you're going to use a pretty high amount of attenuation, especially with Marshalls, because you want to crank the Marshall. So he knows that, so he put that kind of attenuation in it. So, and at least it's proper. And for what I've heard from my friends on YouTube, other guys that reviewed it, they all said the attenuator's money. It's amazing. So,
Dean Harkness says 25 years of standing on concrete. I can relate.
Yeah, dude. I was seriously like, I don't know what's wrong with me. Like every morning I got up and I had to walk sideways down my stairs because I did any lift of my heel. It was like somebody pounding a nail in the back of my Achilles tendon on both feet. And I'm like, what is going on with me? You know, and all that time was shoes. Just the wrong shoes. You
Dean
know?
says I wear Hey Dude, or Marty 5, sorry. He still wears Chucks. Yeah, I'm still in Chucks. May need to get that lifter thing. Yeah, absolutely. If you're wearing the, what's the name? Converse, I think is Chucks, the other name for Chucks.
Oh, okay.
Converse, yeah.
Yeah.
Those are just flat on the bottom for sure. Get some lifts.
Get some lifts for your heels and get better shoes too. I'm not kidding you. It makes a huge difference. And 4 days is all it took. Day 1, I was like, well, it's a little better, but maybe it's a fluke. I've had days like this. Day 2, I was like, even better. I'm like, this is weird. Day 3, and this morning was the first morning I was able to get out of bed and walk like a normal person from step 1 all day. And I'm not kidding you. You don't understand how much that means unless you've been through it. Because I'm not kidding you. Walking down my stairs sideways like an old fart was not fun. And literally, and if I sat down, anytime I sat down, as soon as I got up and started walking, I had to go through the whole process all over again. I had to walk like a cripple for like 10 minutes. And I'm like, is this my life now? Like, holy shit.
Dean says he wears Hey Dudes around the house, but Hokas for everything else. They're like $150, but worth every penny.
Yeah.
I see them on everybody, the Hokas.
Yeah.
Go out, anybody, especially at festivals and doing a lot of at the mall and stuff like that.
You need comfortable shoes, man. It's amazing.
Justin Hayes says, much love from the Oregon coast. I just bought a Friedman BOD, and it's sick.
BEOD?
BEOD. Okay.
Oh, nice.
All the letters.
All the letters. Yeah, congrats, dude. Good to see you here, man.
Iron Game says, I usually go barefoot in the house and outside around the house in the summer.
There you go.
Let's see. Justin Hayes, pedal BEOD Friedman?
Yeah, it's a Friedman, yep.
Brian Mama, a special edition. Oh, that's what he was talking about. An E670. From, let's see, Brian.
Oh, is that the special? That's a special edition.
Yeah, the Engl Savege or a special edition.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh God, that's a tough one. I'd have to revisit them again, but the Founders Edition, special edition. Okay, I get it now. FESE. Man, that was such a great amp. I wish Jurgen would send me one of those so I can keep it here and like check it out more. But that's a tough one between those two because they're both amazing. I would say that the FESE has more for me anyways, more usable high gain channels. Like the money channel on the, the Savege Mark II is 4. Channel 2 is, it's decent, but it's a little too low in the gain department for me. Man, I got the wheezing now. But channel 3 is great if you're using a wah. It's quirky. It's kind of fun to play. But channel 4 is the money channel, where on the FESC you got 2 high gain channels that are just absolutely crushing. So I might even steer you towards that, because it really is a killer amp,
CM079 says he has to dip out early, unfortunately. Thanks for the great show and the rain intermission. Stay safe. Carrie, your hair and glasses look great. Oh, well, thank you.
Thanks for hanging.
Be safe. We'll see you again next week.
Yeah, thanks for hanging, dude.
Let's see. Flux. Jarrod, are you using your own IRs in the EVO tonight? Also, can you make a video using the EVO's power amp simulations with the quad Cortex?
Yes, I can. That's a good idea. Yeah, I can definitely do that. And I am using my own IRs tonight. I like theirs too, but I just figured tonight I'd use mine. And I just love this piece of gear. I'm going to expand on that more this coming week as well, because I got to do a riffs and responses about that particular episode that I did. Because there was a lot of great comments and questions, but there was also people asking me, about other pieces of gear and why I'm not saying those are the #1. And I'll easily explain that in the video. It's all based on use case,
Carmine Graves is here.
Hey, what's up, man? Good to see you.
Says, hey, Jarrod, would you go with a PRS McCartney or Les Paul Standard 60 if you had to choose one to play?
Good question. I would probably always steer more towards a PRS, but I don't know what the PRS McCartney is. I'm not familiar with that at all. I'm not a big Les Paul guy. Every time I play one, I'm kind of like, the baseball bat necks, and I don't like the way the bridge feels, and there's no whammy bar typically, but I mean, it really depends on your style and what you want. But I like the PRS stuff in general more, but that's just me. But I mean, you got to pick what works best for you, because you're the one that's got to play it, but I would try to find a store that has both and spend like a half an hour with each one, and whichever one you prefer, that's what you should walk out of the store with,
Iron Game, do you do calf raises in the gym? That might help too.
For a while I couldn't because it hurt too much. My Achilles tendons, they had a big bump on them. It had this huge hump on the back, and it was awful. And there were days even putting on shoes hurt because it rubbed against it all day, and it made it even worse. So, but now I can start doing those again. I'm going to give it another week before I start doing those again, because I'm not kidding you.
One day of walking normal is not enough. Yeah.
The pain, it was at a 10. It was literally at a 10 all the time, and I just got tired of it. So,
Marty5 says, yeah, not good as a business owner. Bum legs, best you got it improved. Yep.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, gotta have them working, man.
Dean Harkness says, at Carrie, I have a memory like an elephant. You were teasing me about a year ago about the dad shoes. They're dad shoes. They are.
But if you walk well.
Sometimes you got to use them. I know I had my parents over for my son's 15th birthday yesterday, and she was trying to get me to try on her Skechers.
Like,
her
nope.
Skechers shoes, the kind where you just slip your foot in, like you don't have to bend down. And I'm like, I am not there yet, Mom.
I'll tell you, though, I am at the point in my life where if I had to wear bunny slippers to be comfortable, I would totally wear bunny slippers, because that was hell on earth, man.
I have some bunny slippers. I'll have to bring them next week for you to wear in the show.
Hey, whatever works, man. Seriously, if the doctor prescribed bunny slippers and said this is the only cure, I'd be like, give them to me.
Jim Simmons, Jarrod, would Motor City give you a job at their music store, and do you think you would like to work there?
Oh, interesting that you asked. So I am kind of helping them out part-time right now, temporarily. And depending on how things go, we'll see how things go for the future. But they did need some help, and Marty reached out to me and asked me if I'd like to join the team for a while, and I've been there for just over a month.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, either just under or just over a month now. I work Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday there. And
he loves it.
I love it. It's a fun job.
Yeah.
I'm around amazing gear, and I'm not kidding you. The staff there is, like, you know, we always went in there and I picked stuff up and talked to them and goofed around a little bit with them each time I pick stuff up to demo and bring it back. And I always enjoyed talking to them guys. But honestly, working there, them guys are even better than, you know, just the little talks we have when I stop by.
Right.
The great people, very, very knowledgeable, awesome people. And them guys know their stuff there. When you go in that store, them guys know everything about the gear, and they're very, very good people there. So, and the shipping department's amazing. Dave Humphreys is the best shipping guy I've ever seen. I mean, that guy gets that stuff out the door, and he's amazing at his job. So, but yeah, great store, and I love it.
Marty 5. Recently I got the ToneX 1. It is a real small pedal like a Ditto, but with a laptop that's a monster.
Oh, I know, dude. And the new hardware or software update's been amazing, right? And you know, if you push the 2 buttons on there, you have 3 presets now. You can have all the you know, effects and everything in that. That pedal's incredible, man. Very good pedal.
Brian Mama says, does the E670 have a similar attack as the Savage?
Yeah, I would say it's very close. You know, it's his greatest hits amp. He's got a lot of his greatest channels in there. It's just, that's why it's a special edition, Founders Edition. And if memory serves, it has a channel in there that's just power amp, if I remember correctly, and you can use that for modelers too. So, I mean, that amp is just, it's pretty much does it all.
Dean Harkness says, Jarrod, also they say you're supposed to replace your shoes every 3 months? I never do that. My problem is like a ratty old t-shirt. I refuse to let go. 3 months?
Dude.
Holy crap. $150 every 3 months?
Yeah, that's nuts, man. Nah.
That's like a Hallmark holiday.
Yeah.
they're trying to get you.
This is what I wear every day now when I got the lifts in these still, because I can't deal with, you know, the pain anymore. But these, it solved my problem. I'm not kidding you. I can't even tell you how grateful I am right now to be able to get out of a chair, because every time I sat down for more than 5 minutes, again, whole process all over again. So I don't have to worry about that anymore.
Brian Mama thanked you. Said great show.
Oh, thank you. My pleasure.
Dean says walking isn't that important, old man.
Ah.
Dingy basement recordings. The Savage sounds so good.
Thank you. Thank you.
Marty 5 says, I love it for small gigs. The ToneX 1 for bigger ones for me. It still is the Helix.
Yeah, gotcha. Yep. The ToneX, they're really coming out with some great stuff, man. They really are. Great company.
Daryl McMillan says, I buy a pair of shoes once a year. Yeah.
Same. I'm about the same.
I probably buy a new pair of shoes every 3 months, but not to replace my shoes. Just
to add.
Right.
Yeah, she's got a
I love
collection.
shoes, yeah.
Yep, she's got a collection.
Iron Game says, I don't even replace my strings every 3 months.
I don't either. Well, I only replace them when they snap, but that happens, you know.
Dean says, if you're on your feet a lot, they wear out, then just as bad as cheap ones. Yeah, they wear out.
They do.
Brian Momo, what's your favorite speaker cables today?
Speaker
cabinet.
cables?
Sorry,
oh, cabinet.
He says cabinet. Yeah.
My favorite speaker cabinet is always the Mesa 212. It's just a money cab for me. I mean, there might be something out there that I haven't tried yet that I might like better, but no matter what cabinet I stray to for a while, I always find myself back to the Mesa cab for some reason. I'll like another cab, be like, wow, this thing's amazing, and then one day I plug in, I switch to the Mesa, and I'm like, oh my God, where's this been for, you know, all this time? It's just a money cab for me. So good.
All right, we're caught up.
All right, and that's why people use them all the time, because they swear by them. It's an industry standard type cab. It really is. All right, 1 second, guys.
What? Why?
All right, we are back. Sorry, I got a little
Verklempt.
confused there. Somebody, not going to repeat what was said, but somebody was in the chat being very disrespectful and rude, and she told me about it, and really pissed me off. I tell you, I wish some people would say some things to my face.
Yeah.
Because I would literally stomp their head into the ground. So you got no fucking problem doing that.
Let's see. Iron Game says shoes are good until there's a hole in them. Right. Marty 5. Last time I bought 2 pair of black and white Chucks just to have reserved on that style. Yeah. My daughter likes Converse, but she's in 11th grade. She can still handle them. Her feet are still young.
When you get older, man, you got to be careful what shoes you wear when you get older, because, man, it just, really, it matters more when you get older. Really freaking does.
Let's see. Brian Mama, with so many choices, what's your go-to rig?
Oh, man. Well, for live, I would probably just use a ToneX or a Quad Cortex live these days, because it's just, it's just easier. Like, if you're playing around here anyways, I mean, dragging like an amp and a cab and a giant pedal board and all the stuff to a gig around here, it's just not worth it. So I would just use a Quad Cortex or a ToneX depending on what my needs were for the night, and I'd be perfectly happy with those. Because the captures I use, I test them here against the amps and cabs that I use, and they come out perfect. And I'm like, this is exactly a great representation of what I have. So I don't mind taking that stuff with me. But if it was an amp, honestly, with the EVO, I would take an amp and an EVO and run it straight to front of house, because we used to use in-ears when we played live. I didn't need a cab on stage. In fact, a cab on stage when we were playing out was detrimental, because her mic would pick it up. and shove it right into her. She'd be like, we
I
tried
would get
that once.
double dual action.
Yeah, and
delayed too.
Yeah,
One was delayed.
It was awful, you know.
Swirling mess.
So we ended up just doing that, you know, going direct. And so, yeah, I would use the EVO live with an amp, and that would save me a lot of room and a lot of hooking things up and stuff. So, yeah, that's what I would do.
Marty5 says, also, I got to play the diesel you have through a hempback Celestian loaded 4-speaker cab. That thing literally moved my hair.
Oh, dude, that diesel, 180 watts, that thing will blow your kneecaps off. That is one loud freaking amp. Now, that's definitely something on my bucket list. I want to take that diesel to a club with 2 cabs and just mow that place to the ground.
Flux says, Jared, I noticed your diesel 2x12's not there. Where did it go?
Well, I sold it because I want to get something different. I want to get a different cab. It was a front-loaded cab with G12 K100s, and for some reason, I don't know what the deal is, but check. Is my mic muted or?
Blah.
Let me look here. Yeah, I thought something sounded funny. Oh, my mic died. No wonder. I thought I sounded kind
This has been one heck of a show.
low in the mix here. All right, let me fix that. Let me give it a second. So, let me just fire this up. There we go. I thought I sounded kind of low in the mix. Maybe that's good for what I said earlier, but prednisone and stupid people don't mix. What was I talking about?
Your cab that's gone.
Oh, yeah. So it had the G12 K100s in it, and it was front-loaded, and there was just something missing. It was kind of, didn't have enough thump for me, and I was like, I need to get another cab. And one of the guys at Motor City, Matt, you know, he checked it out, and he was like, dude, I want that cab. So I ended up selling it to him for a good price, and now I got a spot there for something else. And I'm actually thinking about getting a Redseven cab. Dude, remember his cabs at NAMM? Yeah. Dude, this guy makes the most gorgeous cabs. And the way he puts his logo on a piece of wood in front, oh, it's just absolutely classy, man. And I'm like, I want one of those. You know, so I want to get one of those with vintage 30s in it, but they're not the Mesa vintage 30s, so they'll be a different flavor. So I figured I might do that.
Flux says, Jared, I noticed that your oh, I already did that. My bad. Marty5, it's good to know people with gear god basements.
Well, I try to keep good gear down here because I want to compare things, and I'm actually in talks with PV right now because I do need a legit 6505 down here, so I want to get the 6505-2 down here and see if I can keep that around for like an OG comparison amp and to play with. I mean, it's a fun amp to play, so why not, you know?
Fox Pathfinder, do you like hemp cones? Hemp cones?
Oh, never. For some reason it does ring a bell, but I've never played one, so I'm not sure.
Riffs and Reefer, just finished band rehearsal. 50 watt EVH 5153 2x12 combo with greenback sound. Really good. It cuts through the mix.
Oh, nice, man. Hell yeah. Can't beat greenbacks. A lot of people like them.
Fox Pathfinder, Jason Tice at Hempopotamus makes great hemp cones.
I'll have to check them out if I get a chance.
Dean says, dude, sorry I missed the bad comment or I would have shut it down.
That's all right, man. Stuff happens. Don't worry about it. It's not your fault, man. But to whoever that guy is, you're lucky you're not standing in front of me right now. I'll put it to you that way because you wouldn't be very long.
Bill says, I've not been one that's purchased presets before, but I purchased your Mr. Scary pack for the Nano. Wow, just straight up no nonsense tone.
Oh, sweet, man. I'm glad you like it. Well, that's what I do. I mean, I test every preset. I make sure they come out good. And they just sound incredible, you know. The preset or the pack you want to get for the Nano Cortex is the Ultimate Boosted Amp Pack, because it's got they're all boosted, and I picked the boost pedal that suited the amp the best, and I tested the hell out of these things to make sure that I did all that stuff right. And they came out amazing. So that's a great pack to get. Is that the pack you got? Is it the Ultimate Boost?
Mr. Scary pack. That's what it says.
Okay, the Mr. Scary pack.
For the Nano.
Get the Ultimate Boosted pack. I'm telling you, dude, you will absolutely love that pack. Those sold like crazy when I first released it. They're still selling, but just get it. Trust me, you'll thank me later.
Jim Simmons, Jarrod, how do you find the sweet spot that sounds the best when listening to your Mesa 2x12?
Oh, you mean as far as miking it? I'll wait for you to answer that. So as far as miking
Dean,
it,
thank you for the super chat. That's awesome. He says, screw that jackass. Here's to the real Tone Wars community.
Thanks for the super chat, Dean.
Thank you, Dean.
No worries, dude. Seriously, don't worry about missing stuff. I mean, it happens. I mean, it's not a big
It surprised me. I was reading, and I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, so while I was setting up to play that that's why I played it twice, because my head was in a different place, and I'm like, I kept screwing things up because I was in a different place doing something completely different. So yeah, I'm a little hopped up tonight because of the prednisone. They gave me the shot yesterday, and I literally had 3 hours of sleep yesterday. 3 hours, or
the night before.
Friday night before. And I woke up just coughing my lungs out. I was a mess, and I'm like, I have to go in because I do not want to deal with this again. 5 nights of this is what happened to me in December. And I went in, and I was exhausted. And she gave me the shot. She goes, this will spin you up. I'm like, yeah, I figured it would, you know. I didn't sleep all day because I literally was so spun up with it. I was just like, oh, my God. Normally, I'd be passed out by now, but... I was up at midnight cooking and putting together a stupid grill gazebo. I'm like, what is wrong with me? And I got a good sleep last night, woke up this morning, jumped out of bed, my heels feel great. I'm like, I'm ready to conquer the world.
I wonder if the steroid helped with the inflammation in your heels.
Well, no, because it was getting better before that.
Okay.
Yeah. But, but I'm a little hopped up today, so if I get a little aggressive, that's just the way it is. I can't help it.
Marty 5 says, I like that you still have that bespoke Zilla cab. That's just great. Have you changed speakers on that?
Yeah. Excuse me. I have a DV77 on, one side, and I'm still sick, though. And I have a Vintage 30 on the other, and I think it's a great combination. I had a Redback in it, didn't care for it, so I switched to a DV77. And I'm actually thinking about getting one of those Fane speakers from Daniel to get in there, or maybe even Swamp Thing or Texas Heat, and trying those out too. That's my experimental cab.
He also said Redseven is gorgeous, and you can always switch out speakers.
Yeah, I want one of those cabs bad. I really do. That's just such a great... Oh, I played them at NAMM, and I'm like, dude, I want one of these. I mean, dude, that's a company to watch because they're coming up with stuff that I can't even talk to you about, but he was showing me some prototypes. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Keep your eye on Redseven because when they release this stuff, you're going to be blown away. And the EVO is just... I've had the Oxbox for years. I've had the Mesa cab clone. I've demoed that a few times, and then I had the the Captor X, which they're all great products, but the one that just suited my needs and my taste and everything, and on every aspect, right down to the fit and finish, the build, the tone, the feel, the features, the app, the flexibility, everything, even the stock presets, is the EVO. And I immediately was like, yep, it's everything people say it is.
Bill says, I'll check out the boosted pack.
Yeah, do it, man. And I'm not just trying to sell you something. I'm just telling you that pack came out amazing. You'll love it.
Fox Pathfinder, what size cab do you like, Jarrod?
I'm a 2x12 guy because I think they're punchier and tighter. And 4x12s are great. They're kind of airy for me, but I obviously still think they're awesome. But in my studio, I just don't have room for a 4x12. I don't even know where I'd put it, because I'd have to give up a shelf of an amp to get it under there, and I can't give up any shelf space. So it is what it is.
Jim Simmons, Jarrod, where do you sit or stand that sounds the best with your 2x12?
Oh, well, you want to stand right in front of it, and you want it at ear level. So you don't want to take it off the floor, though, because then you lose your low end. And if you have casters on it, take the casters off because it won't have any low end. You want to connect that cab to the floor so it's got that fullness and the thump that you want. It's a huge difference. So make sure you connect the cab to the floor, and then I would sit in a very low chair and have it pointing right at you, because that is what people are hearing when it's mic'd. They're hearing that, you know. So always have it at ear level, because the funny thing is when you dial in your cab or your amp or whatever, and you have your cab on the ground, I mean, all the top end is hitting your knees. And you don't even realize how you're punishing the people in the crowd
right.
with, like, I need more brightness, I need more. So, like, when I'm down here and I'm dialing in amps for the videos, I have my in-ears in when I'm dialing these in, and I'm hearing exactly what the mics are hearing and what you guys are hearing. So that way I have a good representation of everything. So that even when you listen to my cabs without the mics, everything sounds normal. It sounds like it should. There's not too much top end. So that's how I would do it.
Let's see. Bill, which cab IRs would go best with the boosted amp pack?
I actually, you know, it's funny that you ask. I actually have a IR pack available on my website that has the cabs that are in that, all of the cabs, even the diesel cab in it, with the mics that I prefer, which is the Royer 121 blended with the Shure SM57, and all those are available as well. So, I mean, I'm not trying to sell you all my stuff, but I mean, you can buy whatever cabs you want. But I think, you know, the IR pack that I made, if you like what you're hearing tonight, those are the IRs, 2 of them that are in that pack. I got a brighter one and a darker one together in the EVO right now, and I just think it sounds amazing. So that's a good way to go. They're all in phase with each other too, so you can mix and match.
95 says, oh yeah, Redseven and their capture stuff, even build and an amp. It will make touring life so much easier if you get to the tour bus level.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Dean says, I used to sit weights on my stereo speakers for that same reason. It helps the low end.
Yeah, it pushes it through the floor, because that thump really does matter. You know, a lot of people, I've actually had people like, yeah, but I got the same cab as you do, and it's just no thump in it. I'm like, you got the casters on it? Well, they're like, well, yeah, because I need to leave them on there in case I need to wheel it around. I'm like, take the casters off, dude. You know, and as soon as they take them off, they're like, oh, there it is. Never mind. Because there's no connection. All that low end rumble is just escaping. And as soon as you connect it to the floor, boom, it's all there. And it sounds incredible.
Bill says, I need some 2x12 IRs, so I'll check that out too. Your stuff is so good, and it sounds like what I hear on your videos, and that's what sold me.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And that's something that I take a lot of pride in with my videos, is that there's no processing at all. There is none. Because I don't want you to buy anything from me and go, this doesn't sound like it does in the video. It'll sound exactly like it does in the video, because there's zero processing, no EQ, nothing. No manipulation. In fact, you can play my video on YouTube through your studio speakers and plug your whatever it is that you bought into those as well, and then it'll sound exactly like it does in the video, you know? So yeah, I'm glad that you think so, because that's how I do things, you know, it really is.
From Flux, Jarrod, how many IRs can you run at once in the EVO?
2. Good question. You can run 2, and you can run them in stereo. Yep, yep. That's what I mean, man. There's nothing about this thing that I don't like or wish they would have done differently. All of it's perfect. You know, it really is. You know, yeah, their whole staff there, Sebastiano and Luca, they're all very passionate about it. And I love the fact that they build amps first. So it's coming from amp builders. So all the stuff that comes underneath that, the main thing is it's like, well, we want this to represent our amps the best. And the products really do, all of them.
All right, here's our last comment of the night, because it is 8:35.
Oh my God, we went over.
I know. Jim Simmons, Jarrod, what about a cement floor in the basement with a speaker cab on the floor?
That's what I have. I have a cement floor, and that's where we're at right now, is in my basement. I do have carpet on top of it, but a cement floor is going to fool you a little bit, because it's going to add some brightness to your cab. So I would suggest, man, if there's any way that you can get in a room where there's at least some carpet,
or just get a rug.
Yeah, get a rug, put that in front of it or something to kind of dull some of that down, because that could cause some issues. Yeah, all the wall reflections, they'll fool you, you know. So, but I would do that. You know, I could play one. I switch guitars. I want to play a mix.
We'll play a mix.
Yeah. So let me play one more for you, and then we'll, you know, if there's any other quick questions, we can answer those. But give me a second here, guys. All right, there we go. Any last minute questions or anything? We'll be here for that for maybe just a few more minutes, and then it's time to go.
Dr. Dubious, will you make NAM profiles for your shop?
For my what?
For your shop.
Oh yeah, I already have some up on my website right now. Excuse me, right now. I don't have a page on the website for them yet, so I got them mixed in with the. I think it's mixed in with the Quad Cortex page. If you want to look there, I'm working on getting a page done for that. I got to call Brendan. He's my web builder, so I'll have him put up a page. So yeah, I'm gonna release. I've already released a few packs for that, but I'm gonna release a one and done pack for NAM. I'm just gonna have all of them, you know, like all the amps in one pack, and then done. There you go. Got everything. And I think that'd be a good pack for people, because that's what I did for the Nano and the Quad Cortex, and I'm not kidding you, people just love those, you know. So what, my spazzy?
Dean says, write it up, Jarrod is fun.
What?
Write it up, Jarrod is fun.
Write it up, Jarrod is fun.
Thy wings, thy horns, thy sin. Where can I listen to rain songs? Do we still have a YouTube?
We do Rain Music on YouTube, and there's also, I don't know if our stuff's up on
Facebook?
Spotify or, man, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's been so long, but
It's
you
been a
can
long
Rain.
time.
It's REIGN. Rain Music was our old YouTube page.
Yeah.
Hasn't been updated in forever, but
Yeah,
can try.
yeah, you can try.
Let's see. Miles Altman says, think of your guitar cab placement like a studio monitor. Decouple from floor, treat first reflections. Carpet isn't effective.
Well, it depends. Like if it's a cab, you want the cab on the floor, you know, because that's where you get your low end from. A cab and a studio monitor are completely different. I mean, studio monitors, yeah, you want that no vibrations, none of the stuff, you know. I mean, you're supposed to keep that different, but guitar cabinets, I mean, you want it on the floor and you want to sit in front of it and dial things in. It's not really the same thing at all. I hate to, and I'm respectfully just saying that, you know. I mean, that's just the way it is, because like I said, you want to get everything you can get out of your cab, and the casters aren't there to be on there permanently. They're only there for carting it around. After that, you put that damn thing on the floor. You want that vibration. You want that fullness.
Flux, last comment. So wait, Redseven doesn't make any capture stuff. They have power amp simulations in the EVO, but they don't make a capture device, i.e. ToneX Cortex.
Correct. Yeah, correct. Yeah. Yep.
All right. There we have it.
All right. Well, great. It was great seeing everybody here. And thanks so much for hanging out. Good seeing you again, Marty 5.
Yeah, thanks for hanging.
Yeah, everybody else too. So appreciate it. And I'll be working on that video and having it up tomorrow. I think this will put a nice bow on that whole YouTuber issue that people were, you know, some people are kind of complaining about. But I will say that most of the comments that I got on my video that I released the other day were very positive, but I still want to clear up some things. And there's some shocking things in there that even a lot of you guys are going to be like, wow, I didn't realize that. I didn't realize it until I looked into it. I'm like, holy crap, you know. But anyways, well, thanks so much for hanging out with us, guys. It was our pleasure, you know, doing our thing tonight. Sorry about the little thing in the beginning, but didn't want my gazebo to fly away. But look for that video tomorrow, and thanks for buying all the preset and capture packs. I really appreciate it. Sorry if I'm a little spazzy tonight. Prednisone, man. Woo.
Well, like he always says,
every day's a gift.
And thanks for spending part of your gift with us.